Headache. It's an ache in your head because it isn't going to be in your foot, is it? Logic. At school, our teacher, Miss Goodall, wasn't in. So we had a so-like teacher called Mr. Okay, he was huge. He was taller than He was 6'9". He had a really deep voice with a spooky echo effect. I was sitting next to my friend Hans. So we behaved, and Mr. Okay, started snorting coke on his desk.
Noises.
And he looked at my friend Hans. And then he asked, but I knew it wasn't any kind of sugar. It was a kind of dangerous, special, magic, funny stuff. Of course, you know that as well. But, and this is a medium-sized but, Han knew absolutely nothing about drugs and was too weak for these wonderful substances. So I say, just say no, dear. But in a weedy little voice, he goes, yeah, okay. Mr. Okay, gave Han a great big bag of magic dust. He was delighted. Yeah. Han put a little bit on his pencil.
Nice.
I say, what the fuck, Han? Our teacher looked at me and asked,
Who is you?
Then I said, my dad.
Who is you?
Then I said, Michael Caine.
Who?
I'm telling you, Han can't handle it. And he said,
No, if he wants it, he can have it. He loves that stuff. See? No bothers at all. Survival.
Look, this isn't fair. I want drugs. Now! He starts being an asshole.
Go to bed with a go to you, little rat. I am starving. Where is lunch?
My friend Harry put up his hand.
Yes.
Said our teacher, and Harry said,
we have lunch at lunchtime.
Yes. Lunch is at lunch. But when?
At lunch.
Funny noise. Anyway, Mr. Okay, looked awful. Well, actually, he always looked awful. Awful. And Harry was still giggling away.
Ouch! School prison.
It was a prison underneath the world.
What did you say?
He said. Then Harry got teleported to the fiercest prison ever seen, called Underground Sea World.
Whales nibbling my ass.
Man, poor Harry. Suddenly, the lunch bell went. Mr. Okay, darted out the door. Meanwhile, I noticed Han has finished his bag of cocaine. Blimey, never let me see you doing my crack again, I said. And he just said, waste of cocaine. After that, Mr. Okay, had to get to London Airport. And what does he do? He drinks really hard and fast on the end of runway 4. And the bloke driving the bus that you could go on goes, we're coming to runway 4 now. If you look to your right, you can see Mr. Okay, murdered ring his liver. We never saw him again. Later that day, I went to flat, and I decapitated his goldfish. And then I went home. Then, suddenly, look, there's a light bulb. It was then I thought I could make the breakthrough. I think you know what I mean. Fuck off, you face! So I ran and jumped and ran back to the flat. And I rushed up the apples, up the stairs into his room. I opened the cupboard and yes, there they were, drugs.
Nice.
Mind you, drugs are fantastic inventions, aren't they? When I was 7, I thought people just grew cheese, and smoked it for breakfast. But no, it's much more complicated than that. So I brought these wonderful things home, and I gave them to my mum and dad for Christmas. They said they were awesome. They were very. They got really high. And for a week or so after Christmas, they were always on the shit. I am the table.
I am the view, even the
Sorry, I had to do that. I had. Marks. There was a fuck who turned up round our way once, put notices all round the street saying that he was going to put an awful, terrifying, horrible, awful, really long, terrible, awful creature in quarantine called Your Face. I'd never seen anything quite so horrible in all my life. Actually, that wasn't very nice. I'm very sorry. Your face is wonderful. What a face. I love your juicy lips on your tasty milky skin. Your teeth are like hard white raisin things. Your eyes are like two blobs of wetness. Your nose is a magic bridge of niceness. Ooh, yes, I would go to bed with that face of yours, but I never really would if you don't want me to, because that would just be spooky. But anyway, your face is still rather... Yes, rather good. I put my hand up, the Queen of Holland. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.